I've had a series of very unfortunate events happen to me this weekend, and I feel like I really want to talk about them because, dude, I can't even comprehend what the fuck just happened. I was walking into my dorm, and in the lobby, I saw a mouse. I mean, I am living in the cheapest campus housing options available to me at this moment, but, so I'm looking at this little fucker, right? And we're making eye contact. We're, staring each other down, and this bitch looks me dead in the eyes and goes, "Can I have a cookie?" Now, usually I wouldn't entertain this kind of social interaction, But I happen to have cookies back in my dorm room. So I figured it can't hurt. And damn, this is a fucking mouse asking me for a cookie that's never happened before. So I bring the mouse back to my dorm and I give him a cookie. Mistake number one. Turns out if you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for milk. I didn't know this. Okay, fine, whatever. Milk and cookies, that's not a super unreasonable request. Maybe his throat's a little parched. So I gave him some milk. And then this fucker had the audacity to ask me for a fucking straw. At this point, I'm thinking, man, this bitch is a little extra. All of this to eat a fucking cookie. But alright, I gave him a straw. And I thought that was the end of it. The mouse was just enjoying his milk and cookies. And we were chatting. And it was fine, and I thought that was going to be the end of it. After the mouse finished its cookies, it would be out of my dorm. No! When he was done, he asked me for a fucking napkin. And then he proceeded to stare in my fucking mirror, checking if he has a milk mustache for 5 minutes straight. After having his narcissus moment in the mirror of my dorm, he proceeded to ask me for a pair of nail scissors so he can give himself a trim. Why the fuck is this mouse trimming itself in my fucking dorm room? I was shocked. I hate to admit this, but I kind of struggle saying no in social situations. So I gave him the nail scissors and I let him trim himself up. But he didn't trim himself over my trash can. He actually trimmed himself just on the floor and then took my broom and started sweeping. This mouse got so fucking carried away sweeping up his nail clippings and whatever. He ended up sweeping my entire dorm room floor and also deep cleaning my dorm. My dorm has never been a more pristine quality than it is now. I think I got this thing better after he left it than when I first moved in. Now, he was at this shit for a couple of hours. I was honestly kind of amazed. And after he was done, he was exhausted. And he didn't want to leave. So the mouse took a nap in a box. I had to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. I also proceeded to have to read to him from one of my books, and he even asked to see pictures, which, what the fuck does a mouse have doing reading books and asking to see pictures? I have never had that happen to me. And then he decided that he wanted his picture on my mini fridge. So he extorted scotch tape from me and forced me to put a picture up of him on my mini fridge. There's a picture of this fucking mouse that asked me for cookies and milk and a straw on my fridge. It's really traumatic to look at every time I glance back. After the mouse hung up his picture on my fridge, we stared at each other for a bit. Its beady little eyes pierced my soul. And then, after all of that, the first words to leave this mouse's mouth were, "Can I have a glass of milk?" And at that point, I knew he's going to want a cookie to go with it. Let my life lessons serve you some purpose as well. No matter what you do not give any mouse a cookie, no matter how nicely he asks. Jordis, out.